I just looked at Terence Crawford's latest video. Terence Crawford, 20 pounds of muscle, my ass. Terence Crawford looks finished. And I knew that was going to happen because Terence Crawford's metabolism and its frame. You got him walking around maybe close to 180 or something like that. And as he works out, his body's going to do what it does. It's going to get lean. And I think it benefits Terence Crawford. Actually, we don't want him stepping in the ring going up to 180. I think it just hinders him, right? When Floyd Mayweather was fighting at 154, he never weighed in at 154. He weighed in at what was most comfortable for him because 154 is the limit. Terence Bud Crawford, if he gets on the scale and he doesn't weigh quite 168, I think it's actually for his benefit. What he has going for him comes with him being smaller, actually. People talk about his speed, talking about his foot speed, hand speed, talking about all those things, his reflexes and all those things. That comes from what we've seen of him from 147.
Jermell Charlo's latest comments about Canelo Alvarez have stirred up quite a buzz in the boxing world.
It's just guys that just have preposterous power, and Canelo is a guy that has power but is constantly working on. There's a great clip of him working with Andy Ruiz. You know that shield, that weird hand shield they hold up for hooks?
Yeah.
And he's like, this is not for speed. This is just power. Just power. He's like, don't try to be fast with this. Use power. And you see him, bro, he hits so hard.
After his tough defeat to the Mexican superstar in 2023, Jermell Charlo spoke candidly. When asked about Canelo's punching power, he summed it up in just 3 words: a mothering beast. Coming from a man who's faced some of boxing's biggest names, that's no small statement. Charlo admitted he had never felt a punch quite like Canelo's before. It was the first time in his career he'd ever felt truly dazed. A surprising confession, given his long history of battling elite opponents.
I like Crawford. All right. My brother fought Canelo, not me. I like Crawford in this fight, and he get to stay big. But my brother even told me that was his mistake that he made. He thought going up in weight, I got to get massive, I got to get big to beat Canelo. It made him slower. It made his reflexes slower. He'll tell you himself. He didn't feel like the Jermell Charlo that y'all seen him fight Tony Harrison. Crawford, I feel like that's the same thing as that. You want to get big to try to absorb Canelo punches and all this, but that's not, technically, that's not the Crawford that we're going to see. And then Crawford going up there to fight Canelo at 68, when he's not a 68 pounder, where's the motivation? Y'all got to think about it like
Big for Crawford is
the money is good, but I don't expect Terence Crawford to be the Terence Crawford that was knocking out Gamboa, I don't expect that type of Terence Crawford.
Now, with Canelo gearing up for his next big challenge, all eyes are on his upcoming showdown with Terence Crawford in Las Vegas next month. Crawford is a pound-for-pound star in his own right, having successfully moved up from lightweight to welterweight, and now possibly to super middleweight. Many are wondering how he'll handle the size and power difference against the much bigger Canelo. This won't be a typical fight for Canelo either, as Crawford's sharp ring IQ and technical skills could expose flaws in his style that other opponents haven't been able to.
Marjamov did give Crawford problems. I favor Canelo, not by a lot, but I do favor him. I just think that, I think the skull fight was just a bad style. And I think Canelo was like, why force the issue? You know what I mean? I'm up. This guy's running. I'm not going to take a chance. So I think that it was that kind of fight for Canelo. But Marjamov did give Crawford problems. You know what I'm saying? And where I felt like, damn, at 54, he gave you problems. 68 is different.
Coron Davis has weighed in on the matchup, noting that Crawford's mental toughness and smooth adjustment to a higher weight class could be bigger factors than many expect. He believes Canelo's size advantage might not be as decisive as people think. According to Davis, Crawford's move up in weight hasn't taken away his speed, agility, or sharp boxing mind, qualities that could make all the difference in the fight.
You've been in there with Crawford?
Yeah.
So you've been in there with Crawford, you've been there with Canelo. What can you take from sparring both of them to gauge what's gonna happen in September?
Preparation is gonna definitely be everything. Crawford adjusting to the 168 pound division. I know he's been sitting at a heavier weight for a while, but like, he's been showing his training and stuff. So that's definitely going to help him. Canelo experience, but then you got Crawford got great experience as well. It's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a good chess match. I expect a great fight. If I had to favor somebody, I would just pick Canelo because of the weight disparity. Canelo is naturally like sits really well at 168, and it's just always tough for a guy to come to 168 and come from grab that many weight classes up and do something like that. If he does it, if anybody can do it, it'll be Terence Crawford.
Richardson Hitchens shares a similar view. While he doesn't expect a knockout, he believes Crawford's sharp intelligence, adaptability, and precise boxing skills could give Canelo serious trouble. Canelo is known for his brute strength and power, but Hitchens suggests Crawford's slick movement and ring smarts might keep him from getting into range to land those heavy shots. In a fight where strategy outweighs raw force, Crawford's ability to outthink his opponent could tip the scales in his favor.
Terence Crawford is one of the most craftiest dudes that Canelo going to be in the ring with. Hand speed, IQ, long arms, speed, power. Switch hitter. I just think that it's going to be it's going to be something different for Canelo.
Boxing legend Mike Tyson, who understands better than most the traits that separate good fighters from great ones, believes Crawford's mental strength could be the deciding factor. Tyson says that in matchups like this, heart, resilience, and mindset often matter more than size or power. Crawford has repeatedly proven that his mental toughness can carry him to victory, and Tyson feels that focus and determination will be key to handling Canelo's physical dominance in the ring.
What do you think wins that fight? Is it maybe the weight too much for Terence Crawford?
There's been men that beat people like Armstrong and McLaren and these guys. They're beating people bigger than them, 2 divisions bigger than them. It's not impossible, Henry Armstrong's a featherweight, and he beat the middleweight champ. At 130 pounds, he beat the welterweight champ. Then he fought a draw with the middleweight champ. So I think size means nothing. Determination means